Well, greetings from the Laurent Pokou Stadium in San Pedro in the southwest of Côte d'Ivoire. Group F action today in the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations 2023. We got a double header today. First up, the early game, it's Morocco versus the DR Congo. 32 degrees, it's the humidity, 70%, that makes it feel so hot here, and hardly a breath of wind inside the stadium. So taxing conditions, 2 p.m. local time. This game will be kicking off. Morocco comfortable 3-0 winners over Tanzania in their opening game. Their fans optimistic of a first AFCON trophy in 48 years. 1976, the one and only time that the Atlas Lions were the champions of Africa. And one of the many things we love about African football, these DRC fans, always so colourful. They'll never stop singing and dancing. The 1-1 draw against Zambia, where the stats say that they should have won that game. A squad full of really good players. Morocco would go down as the favourites, but I think we could be in for quite a tight one. Bit of cloud cover, there's a possibility of rain at some point. Although in the couple of weeks we've been here, it only rained one night for an hour or so. Of course, it is the dry season, but it can still rain here. Pitch is looking good for the DRC. It's a game that they really do need to get a win. A draw would keep them alive, with a game against Tanzania to come in their final Group F game on Wednesday. For Morocco, a win will secure qualification with a game to spare. It won't necessarily guarantee top spot. That would depend on the later result between Zambia and Tanzania. The fans are bouncing. They've got a great squad. Some of the best players in world football, the likes of Achraf Hakimi, Youssef En-Nesyri among the scorers last time. They've got to keep it going all the way through the tournament. And for DRC, two-time champions, 1968 and 1974, but that was a long time ago. Nonetheless, still a very strong squad. So the DRC will be in white, and captain is Chancel Mbemba at his 5th Africa Cup of Nations finals. Having missed the last edition, Romain Saïss captaining Morocco. They're the home team today in terms of choice of colours. It's a really strong squad that the Atlas Lions have. Saïss, who's now in Saudi Arabia with Al Shabab, having featured with Wolves in the English Premier League. Behind him is Naif Aguerd with West Ham. So contingents of both supporters here, and the pitch is looking in good condition. Second round of matches in Group F here at the Laurent Pokou Stadium. Who comes out on top today between these two great teams of African football? The DRC beat Morocco 1-0 at the finals in 2017. That was a relatively long time ago, you might say. Since then, since that defeat, Morocco have won 8 of their last 9 games at the finals, and they've kept 7 clean sheets. Only defeat since that match in 2017 was to Egypt in the 2021 quarter-finals. Refereeing team is from Kenya, who didn't qualify because they couldn't take part in the qualifiers. At that time, they were under a FIFA suspension, along with Zimbabwe, who also couldn't take part in the qualifiers. In this heat, it's going to be interesting to see the kind of game that they play. But the early kick-off yesterday, what a match. 2-2 draw between Algeria and Burkina Faso, where they just went for it non-stop for 90 minutes. What a Nations Cup it's been so far. Sébastien Desabre is the Leopards coach. With me is Amanda Dlamini, the former Banyana captain, South Africa women's national team captain. What are your thoughts, Amanda?
Interesting matchup, Steve. Looking forward to seeing the different tactics that are going to be deployed, considering the heat factor, humidity as well. Who gets to have a better start in this first half?
And probably they want to go for it, both of these teams. I don't think either would settle for a draw here.
Likely so. Hoping that the game management will be a lot better. We've seen some interesting goals, but surely critical phases of the game matter, and game management comes into factor.
And 22 games so far at these AFCON finals, no 0-0 draws. I think we can keep it going today, because surely we're going to get goals in this game, Amanda.
100%. Entertaining football, skillful players on both sides. Certainly we're going to be entertained.
After this, it is Zambia against Tanzania, where there should be goals as well. Colourful leopard supporters, vocal Morocco fans here at the Stade Laurent Pokou in San Pedro in the southwest of this beautiful country. We're going to have the national anthems of these two teams as we get ready for kickoff. And first up, it's Morocco. Oh, you can feel the passion as Morocco continue this quest for their second AFCON, the first having come back in 1976. Now the national anthem of DR Congo. Well, it's a really tough group, this one. Morocco, DRC and Zambia, all big guns. It might be the case that all three progress. Tanzania have a lot of work to do after being beaten 3-0 by Morocco in the opener. Who takes which spots through to the round of 16 is a big question. DRC are in the white, Morocco are in the red. A little bit of cloud cover overhead. Morocco then, one change for them. Soufiane Boufal comes in for Abde Ezal Zuli, who really shone in the first game but was taken off with 20 minutes to go. 4-3-3 or a 4-5-1 is how they are likely to line up. Yassine Bonu, nothing to do in the first game. Ahmed Chibi at left back. Roman Saïs, the captain, centre back. Nayaf Agerd also in at centre back for Morocco. Achraf Hakimi is the right back. Amala maybe more forward. We'll see how they'll play their cards. Amrabat, the defensive midfielder. Soufiane Boufal in the midfield too. Unahi, such a skillful player, shone and scored in the first game. Hakim Ziyech will be on the right wing. Youssef En-Nesyri is the lone striker for the Atlas Lions. Refereeing team from Kenya, Peter Kamaku here, representing them. Seysan and Bemba, the captains. South Africa and Egypt making up the VAR team, who've been doing an extremely good job so far in this tournament. No changes for the DRC. Sebastian de Sabra happy with how his starting 11 fared last time against Zambia. That means Lionel Mpasi is in goal for the Leopards. 4-2-3-1 they're likely to go. Arthur Masuaku at left back, Henok Enonga centre back, Chancellor Mbemba the captain centre back, right back that'll be Gideon Kalulu. They got these double defensive midfielders, Charles Piquel and Sami Mutu Sami. It worked well in the opening game. Johan Wissa, left wing. Gael Kakuta bossing things in midfield. Theo Bongonda, he was full of running in the first game. Cedric Bakambu is the main striker. At one time, the most expensive African player in the world.
6, 5, 4, 3.
We are good to go here at the Laurent Pokou Stadium. 2 p.m. local time it is. Morocco in the red, kick us off. Attacking the goal to the right of your picture. The DRC are in white. We'll see what level of intensity they're going to play this with in hot and humid conditions, and with their final group games only 3 days away on Wednesday. That's going to be a feature as well. Steve Vickers, a commentator representing Zimbabwe. Amanda Dlamini representing South Africa. Former national team women's captain. It was interesting the approach they took to the warm-up, these two teams, Amanda, in the heat.
Yep, considering the heat factor, Steve, both teams decided not to really come out for pitch walkabouts, especially the DR Congo team, just to really try and preserve their energy. But of course, Morocco as well didn't spend too much time on the park, just to visualize and make sure that they get their mind straight in the game.
They warmed up in vests to keep cool. Only Cedric Bakambu took a look at the pitch ahead of warm-up. Right, here's Hakim Ziyech. They need to keep an eye on this man, Hakimi! They nearly grab an early opener. Mpasi called into action. Super play that was. This cross from Hakimi. En-Nesyri.
Brilliant cross there from Hakimi. You know that combination of Ziyech and Hakimi down this right flank. But what a great save from Mpasi.
Yeah, I don't want to be gushing over and over about what it's like seeing these guys in the flesh, but it's something else. Hakimi and Ziyech are a delight to watch. Ziyech will take the corner. Peter Waweru's not happy about something. So we'll have a slight delay. Assistants and the fourth official also are from Kenya. Well, that was very close indeed. Lovely little pass from Ziyech. The cross was marvellous. Mpasi was alert, otherwise that could have been a goal in the second minute from Youssef En-Nesyri, who last Wednesday became the first Moroccan to score at 4 editions of the Africa Cup of Nations finals. Sebastian de Sabra, he coached in Morocco at club level with Wydad Casablanca, the DRC coach. He'll have a bit of insight. Walid Regragui, well, did wonders taking Morocco to the World Cup semi-finals just 13 months ago. I think it's the referee's technology, that beeping device on his arm, that is causing the delay here, Amanda.
Yeah, I think the officials nowadays really rely on communication, making sure that the communication as well from VAR is spot on and sound. So definitely need to take a bit of time out.
Fair enough. Morocco would have loved to have taken this corner while they had the momentum with them. It's almost the same lineup that Morocco had in many of their World Cup matches in Qatar. The round of 16 game against Spain. The same as this, except Mohamed Chibi in at left back because Nasser Mazraoui is still injured. What a save that was. They got to watch En-Nesyri because he's a classic number 9 who'll pounce when he gets the chance. So we've lost 2.5 minutes already because of this technical hitch. What do you think about the state of the pitch, Amanda?
State of the pitch has been absolutely great, immaculate condition. Tearing a bit in his right flanks because that's where most of the action is usually taking place, and in that heart of that midfield. But kudos to the groundsman. The sprinklers are on as well, just before the warm-ups and immediately after the warm-ups. So the weight of the pass as well shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, we saw it being watered an hour or so before kick-off and after the warm-ups, as Amanda says. Still not ready to continue. Squad values for these teams: Morocco 347 million euros, according to the transfermarket.com website. Achraf Hakimi worth 65 million alone. The DRC, a very healthy squad value of 110 million, with Johan Wisser of Brentford, their most valuable player, 25 million. Chancellor Bemba, 15 million. Simon Banza, who's on the bench, 12 million. He only came on as a sub in the first match. Morocco, the number 1 team in Africa. The DRC, number 13 in Africa. But you get a feeling if things go right, they could go deep into this tournament. Okay then, we are ready to resume. A 4-minute delay, which will be added on to first half stoppage time, obviously. Sofiane Boufal coming in today, the number 17. Ziyech is an out swinger. Achraf Hakimi! The Atlas Lions have struck early. That Ziyech Hakimi combination does it. And Passy with a great save to concede the corner. That is a quality finish. Morocco have the advantage. Difficult now for the DRC. This was beautiful.
Well delivered corner there, finding Hakimi unmarked in the far end of the post. But of course, I think it was bound to happen, Steve. DR Congo just caught there napping. That break in between, the referee adjusting the technology, lapse in concentration, and unfortunately got punished.
Okay, if you're going to leave one player unattended, I wouldn't suggest you leave Hakimi unattended.
Yeah.
Beautiful volley from Achraf Hakimi. World-class goal from world-class players are here at the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations 2023. 6th minute of play. Essentially, that's pretty much the 2nd minute because we had that 4-minute delay. So it's an early breakthrough. Hakimi of Paris Saint-Germain, UEFA Champions League winner with Real Madrid in 2018. Hashtag Total Energies AFCON 2023 is the official tag. That was a super goal. Exactly what the DRC didn't want. Now they've got to build their way into this game somehow. Here's Chancellor Bemba, the captain and centre-back. And Kalulu, who's the right-back. In their game against Zambia, they had 25 shots at goal. That was the highest of any in the first round of group games. They got a point in a 1-1 draw, but had an expected goals of 2.54. In other words, they should have scored more than a goal there. Chibi hurt in that knock. Mohamed Chibi, it's his birthday today. He turns 31. And he's playing for Pyramids in Egypt, but he's played for 9 clubs in Morocco. A real journeyman is Chibi. He's up okay.
Should be fine. Just going into that tackle. It's that follow through from Kalulu, just stepping on that ankle. But of course, a great tackle to make sure that there's no trouble.
Bound to see intensity at this tournament. It's going to be harder for the DRC to create opportunities against Morocco, no doubt. They've met 5 times at the Africa Cup of Nations finals, each time in the group stage. 3 draws and 1 win each, the history books say, and a team has never scored more than 1 goal in clashes between these two at the Nations Cup finals. We might see that stat change today in this series. And Kalulu will do the job, and Pasi with the clearance. Wonderful goal on the volley from Achraf Hakimi. What a Nations Cup this has been so far. So second round of group games finished today. We get into the final rounds tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday. Desabra, his boys are down. Cedric Bakambu is the main striker for the DRC. Had an assist in the first game. Chibi, who foul on one of the wings, and Ziyech is on the right wing at the moment. Here he is, Hakim Ziyech. He thought about it, Ziyech!
That's the incredible qualities of Ziyech. Knows when to use that overlap from Hakimi, but also has the incredible ability to cut in and take those shots.
What a left foot he has. 10 minutes played. Morocco lead through Hakimi's goal. Bakambu. They don't want him to be too isolated up there in this 4-2-3-1 formation. Kakuta ran things for the DRC in their first game against Zambia. He hasn't got going as yet. Gideon Kalulu of Lorient in France. Kakuta. Boufal wanted to outmuscle him. Kalulu with the cross! Oh, Bongonda with the effort.
Congo will be very instrumental in that heart of that midfield. Just making sure that he keeps in the penalty spot. Loose ball goes unpunished.
Theo Bongonda, wonderful dribbling skills in that first game against Zambia. So corner kick to the Leopards. Good looking one! And Chantal Mbemba, the captain, could have got a Nations Cup goal there.
If it is that you're committing all those tall men up front, Mbemba has to be one of those. Surely this time around, tries to get that second ball, couldn't get it the right direction.
Yassine Bono, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, the Morocco keeper, hasn't had a thing to do at this tournament so far, as Tanzania couldn't get a shot on target in the opening game on Wednesday. Regragui, the reigning CAF Coach of the Year. Bongonda foul.
And this will certainly be an interesting battle in that heart of midfield.
Now Wissa, straight to Amrabat though, Yohan Wissa. Wissa scored against Zambia. Had a very good game. Tough opposition today. Bono to Romain Saiss, who's got a goal already at this tournament. Unahi also scored against Tanzania. Here comes a Hakimi, wanted to feed it through to Ziyech, and he does. Hakimi again, En-Nesyri is there, and palmed away. Decided not to try and pull it out of the air, Passy. It was a bit of a dangerous strategy. Here's Bongonda, much deeper than he was against Zambia, Bongonda. So Boufal will take this throw-in for the Atlas Lions. En-Nesyri wanted to rise for it. Inonga, he got it away. It's a little bit stop-start at the moment.
Yeah, both teams just really still trying to find that rhythm. But of course, it's that congestion in that midfield where DR Congo have decided to match up to make sure that they stand a chance, at least, with the ball possession.
Seeing Hakimi overlapping a lot as the right back for Morocco. Unahi central, attacking midfield behind En-Nesyri. They're on the wings. You got Amala on the left wing, Ziyech on the right. 56% possession to Morocco. 3 shots each, according to the stats. Here is Unahi. Bakambu, can he turn his man? A little bit better. Achraf Hakimi strides away. Ziyech. But that'll be gathered by Bakambu. By Bemba, I should say. Arthur Masuaku. Sofiane Amrabat anchoring the Morocco midfield. Now Wissa. Got to get past Aged, though. Good bit of defending from Unahi. Not applying enough pressure yet, the DRC. Chibi. Amala. Fairly early days, but a very different DRC to what we saw against Zambia, Amanda.
Yeah, their defensive behavior, but also the structure. They've chosen to go with 2 anchors up front in that midfield to make sure that they give Kakuta a bit of an opportunity just behind the striker. That's where Amrabat likes to operate the most.
Kakuta was so impressive in that first game. Teasing one, En-Nesyri! They've got to watch him, haven't they?
Yeah, he's got an incredible leap in Nasri.
And he'll forever be remembered for that stat, out-jumping Ronaldo at the World Cup with that famous goal where he jumped 2.74 meters. Here's Kakuta. Aged stopped that one getting to Bakambu. Roman Sace, the captain of the Atlas Lions. So we've extended that run of games without a goalless draw. It's 23 now. What a Nations Cup this is. Aged heads it away. Unahi. Hakim Ziyech. Kenyan referee didn't like that.
Yeah, those are those 1v1 situations, that midfield where Piquel has been assigned to Unahi, Mutusami assigned to Amala, and of course Kakuta as well assigned to Amrabat.
So, man marking happening here.
Yeah.
Amrabat, Unahi, Roman Sace. Bono still on holiday here in Cote d'Ivoire, really. Yet to make a save at the tournament. Sace. The Atlas Lions advance. It's good work from Mutusami breaking up the attack. Athamasuaku. Mutusami. The pace has really slowed down. Bongonda. Yeah, he was running with the ball at his feet against Zambia, but hasn't had a chance today. Unahi still fairly deep in the midfield for Morocco, but when they got possession, you see him going up as he is now the number 8, Unahi. Now can Boufal keep this in? Yes, he can, Boufal. Another chance here, Unahi. Boufal. Still they have opportunities. So patient approach, it's generating chances for Morocco. Ziyech. Hakimi, who got the goal early on, a marvellous volley from Ziyech's corner. And Wissa getting stuck in there with the tackle. Amala. They press up higher and higher, the Atlas Lions, in the heat here in San Pedro. They just wait. Just wait for an opening. Patient it is, En-Nesyri. So it's pedestrian at times, but it is generating opportunities.
Yeah, it's just that ball rotation, moving the ball quickly from one side to the other, hoping for that opening, trying to locate Nasri with the cross. But of course, the challenge now for Morocco is to really try and break that low block that DR Congo have implemented.
I'm sure they can decide to play a more attacking game when coach Sabra gives them the nod. As Charles Piquel gives it away, though, to Amrabat. Chibi. Bongonda, he's having a difficult outing so far, just scrapping for the ball. They'll start it again from the back. Aked. Roman Sace. Touch from Amala. So this is the formula that the Atlas Lions are going for. Hakimi, you're right up there. What an overlap from Achraf Hakimi. Yeah, she fancies it. Way off target this time, but you can see the confidence that Ziyech has.
Certainly after that free kick it took in the first opening game, forcing a save from a goalkeeper. Maybe that was the intention this time around. Execution letting him down.
Yeah, it didn't work out that time. Slow play in the heat, but we had a goal. Achraf Hakimi, 6 minutes in. Number 2 there is Henok Inonga, plays for Simba in Tanzania. Athamasuaku, who played for West Ham. Left a couple of seasons ago, now with the Beşiktaş in Turkey. Some instructions from Gragi and Sabra as well. But as Amanda says, they've got to manage this match because it's warm and there's only 2 rest days with the final group games for Group F coming up on Wednesday. Aked, Ziyech, Unahi, there's a hand. Ziyech didn't agree. Didn't agree at all. Chancellor Mbemba for the Leopards. Kalulu in front of the vocal Morocco fans. Gael Kakuta does well, Kakuta. Has to be a free kick.
Kakuta will have to work extremely hard to win that battle between him and Amrabat. Physical indeed, but with the skill that he has, does really well to stay strong, stay on his feet, to throw that foul.
Yeah, the DRC with work to do. About halfway through the first half, we'll have at least 4 minutes stoppage time because of that early stoppage when the referee's gear needed fixing. Well, they really went for him, didn't they?
Yeah, they know him very well. He's the playmaker, literally pulling all the strings in that midfield. It's important to get him on the ball, and if it is, he knows how to turn it on.
Yeah, doing their best to neutralize Kakuta are the Atlas Lions. Mbemba and Amrabat having words. Chancellor Mbemba plays for Marseille in France. Wissa is going to take this. Mbemba's up for the set piece then. Also Piquel is there too. Wissa, not sure what that was meant to be.
Yeah, a little bit overcooked there by Wissa, trying to locate the captain, the back end, maybe hoping to just put it back.
A long way to go in this game, but fans will be thinking about permutations as we take a cooling break. If Morocco do win all of their games, it's going to then be between Zambia and DRC, most likely for second spot, with Tanzania looking the weakest team in this group. So, not that much to talk about. Morocco dominance in the first 25 minutes and a super goal, which definitely has been the highlight so far.
Absolutely. I think a great start for Morocco. Now is the time to dictate that tempo of the match. They are slowing down the pace, the tempo of the game, but also they're taking better care of the ball, and that's so much important.
We're by the seaside here in San Pedro, by the Atlantic Ocean in the southwest of the country, about 100 k's from the Liberia border. So where we are, lots of fish on the menu. You see that goal again, lovely volley, Hakimi. He took that so well.
He had all the time in the world. Kakuta just realizing that he was a little bit late. Great opportunity for Hakimi.
Beautiful that was. So my favorite fish so far that I've had is a catfish, which is a very ugly chap with the big eyes and the big mouth and the whiskers, but extremely tasty and very popular in many West African countries. We don't really have catfish in Zimbabwe. We do a little bit. There's a word for it, which is muramba, but we don't have much of it. You have it in South Africa, the catfish.
I wish I knew anything about seafood, Steve. I'm a typical Zulu girl, so meat all the way.
Yeah, I know. Not the most good-looking fish, but very tasty, the catfish. 60-40 the possession. 5 shots for Morocco, 3 on target. That's good going this early in the game. Yassine Bonu restarts play here at the Stade Laurent Pokou. Ziyech. That's good play from Arthur Masuaku. But they got to feed it effectively to Bakambu, playing this 4-2-3-1. Ziyech, Hakimi, that partnership is something to behold. Now Wissa, this could be more threatening for the Leopards. Johan Wissa, Bakambu to his right. Super defensive work from Seis.
Great opportunity here for DR Congo. Just on the counter-attack, on the break. That's where they can get those opportunities to use those areas where Hakimi is going on the overlap. It's crisp pass being clear, precision. They could fancy their chances in front of goal.
Sace read it well. Nice that, Wissa and Hakimi. What can they do here? It's going to be a corner. So the Leopards apply a little bit of pressure. Still no save for Bonu to have to make. And Bemba rose for that. Sace is doing well at the back. Wissa will take this. Morocco fans whistling away. DRC fans beating their drums. Got to make these set pieces pay. Everybody's back in the box for Morocco, all 11 players. It wasn't taken well, it was low. And now here's Boufal. Ziyech, if it falls right for him. Closed down by Kalulu. The DRC fans love that. Masuaku. Piquel. Theo Bongonda hasn't embarked on a single of his runs so far against this stern opposition. Bemba, they press up a bit higher. Bakambu got that wrong. Now Ziyech. Morocco are taking no chances, defending in numbers when they have to. Nesiri timed his run well, and Nesiri!
His first touch, just letting him down there. Try to control it with the outside of his foot. Not recognizing there's a defender onto him.
What does the referee make of that? Yeah, it's a free kick. Theo Bongonda. Hefty tackle. So they are looking a bit more threatening now, the Leopards.
Yep, they're doing really well with those transitional moves, especially once Morocco loses ball possession. They try to go on that quick break, looking for players like Theo Bongonda to be involved a little bit more in the game as the outlet.
Timed his run beautifully there. But yeah, that first touch let him down. Real quality striker. Sace needs to be careful, by the way, because he's on a yellow card, so if he gets one here today, he'll miss the next game. Gael Kakuta is going to take this one. Again, Morocco have everybody back in the penalty box. Kakuta! Just wide. And how close was that then? Chancellor Mbemba could have popped that in. He's saying there was a handball, I think is what he was saying, because the arm was up for Amala. With the player down, the corner won't be taken yet. I don't know if VAR is going to have a look at that, but I think that's what Mbemba was making noise about. This looks like Theo Bongonda. Oh, and it's Henok Enonga, the injured player. Amala's arm definitely was up, wasn't it?
It was up, a potential call, but I don't think it had much of a touch. Just really concerned about almost Sai's turning that ball into his own net.
Yeah.
Could have been probably the first own goal of the tournament.
This is nasty for Henok Inonga, the Simba centre-back. Looks like there's blood there. Oh, he got the elbow.
Yeah.
He got Amala's elbow in the forehead. And obviously if there's a concussion issue, he won't be allowed to continue. So for DRC, Dylan Buduka of Saint Etienne warming up.
It's always such a tricky sub if it is that you have to change your centre-back pairing. But of course, Inonga just a little bit injured there with blood on his shirt. Might have to take extra caution.
Yeah, and you just see the intensity of this game. In the heat and humidity here in San Pedro. So much to play for. DRC do have a habit of qualifying on the final day of a campaign. They did in qualification for this Nations Cup, and they have many times before. There's a lot of blood there, isn't there? Whoa. It's another stoppage. We're going to go way beyond 50 minutes in this first half. Sebastian de Sabre would have been pretty happy with the first game. The only issue was the finishing. And a much sterner test here today against the Atlas Lions. He doesn't look in great shape. See if he can continue.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't have any bit of dizziness, because that on its own is just quite dangerous.
I think they'll still have to assess that, if the medics haven't done so already. So the goal came 6 minutes in. Achraf Hakimi with a superb volley, a world-class volley from Hakim Ziyech's corner. Dylan Batu Binsika will come on if required at a centre-back, plays for Saint Etienne in the French League 2. Not a pretty sight with all that blood. Now he's saying the player should be punished. Amala. If VAR was going to do anything, it would have done it by now, no doubt. So it's a bit of a slower game this than what we had yesterday. What a contest. Angola beating Mauritania 3-2. Now then, VAR has got something for the referee. The fans to our right, the DRC fans, extremely excited. We've seen the incident already. Now, so was there, besides the elbow that caused the injury, was there a handball there? I mean, obviously that's an unnatural position, they're going to say, aren't they?
Yeah.
So was there contact is the main question here.
Yeah.
Did the ball divert?
But also just the intent.
Didn't divert, did it?
No, it didn't. I don't think there was a touch on the handball, not at all.
And now it's a brave referee who'll be called over and say no, isn't it? If it was me, if this is about handball,
yeah,
I think I would say no, but you'd have to be very brave.
Yeah.
If it's to do with the foul or the injury, I think that was purely accidental.
Yeah.
Did the ball divert from this angle, if you look at it?
Different angle. It would really be silly of Amala to try and do anything in the box, especially with VAR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the referee going to say? Penalty to the DRC. Yellow card to Amala for handling in the box.
Yeah, should have known better. Arms in a natural, unnatural position, extended. Yeah.
Salim Amala is yellow carded. And a chance for the DRC to draw level here in San Pedro. Let's see that angle once again. And it was only just wide as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who's going to take it then? Has he been substituted yet? He's obviously not going to play a further part by the looks of it. Bono has not made a save so far because he hasn't had a thing to do so far at this 2023 AFCON. Now, he does have some work on his hands. Cedric Bakambu with a chance to equalise for the Leopards. This is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. One of the very best keepers in the world. Cedric Bakambu is going to take it. Bakambu! It's saved by Yassine Bono! Bono saves! He goes the right way.
I think he dragged it wide. I think it hit the upright, Steve. Oh.
Wow. Morocco survive. Yes, it did go straight onto the upright.
Yep. And I was just about to compliment, had he converted that, he was the only player that came on the park to do pitch walkabouts. And when he did his walk, he walked up straight to that penalty spot, visualizing what he would do if he found himself in that situation.
What a waste for the DRC.
Missed opportunity indeed.
The referee's hearing something else now. Don't tell me he moved off his line or something. I think we're going for a resumption of play now. So it stands, we're done. Here's Gael Kakuta. That's their first opportunity of the game, the DRC. And that's a psychological blow for the Leopards. Amrabat muscles in. Kakuta won't be denied. 4 men around him. And Amala finally gets it. Intensity goes up. Ziyech. Hakimi staying back for that move. Well, that's another nasty foul on Charles Piquel. Ziyech gets the yellow.
Yeah, temper's flaring a bit. But the referee will have to take charge of the game. Ziyech just laid there on the tackle on Piquel.
Penalty missed for the DRC. Now it's Theo Bongonda. Bongonda couldn't find Wissa. Well, these guys surely are expecting to get past the group stage. Now here it is again, Bakambu. Well, Bono went the right way anyway, but there was still enough room to sneak it in if he targeted correctly. He says sorry to his teammates and the millions of DRC fans watching around the world. Good foul. Good work. Bemba tidies up. Now Wissa has got to get this off of. Was that a foul on Hakimi? Let's see.
Yeah, a push there behind from Wissa. No intention whatsoever to get the ball.
So that's a bit of a sign of desperation. That's not going to work. Hakimi, the goal scorer, 6 minutes in. 11 minutes of stoppage time. If you joined us late, we had a long stoppage after just a minute and a half of play because the referee's gear needed to be fixed. And then there was another long stoppage with that injury to Henok in Nonga. So 11 minutes. And we were seeing this much first half stoppage time since the Qatar World Cup, though, hey?
Those were the early signs.
It's a lot of stoppage time. We don't want this as well in the heat here. Intense first half it's been so far. Morocco have slowed it down when they can.
Good game management, dictating the tempo, but also just the ability to play within the lines and just observing, conserving that energy.
Absolutely. Here's Hakimi. Ziyech. Then Nasir. Oh, through the legs of Boufal.
I thought he'd go for the back heel there.
Yeah. He gets it back. Sofiane Boufal. Seeing a few mistakes in this game. Kalulu now for the Leopards. And Theo Bongonda. Sparkling runs in that game against Zambia. Not a single one in this first half so far. So, Enonga not substituted. Managed to soldier on with that injury. Changed his jersey that was covered in blood. Just needed a touch, just. Yeah, back heeler would have looked good, wouldn't it?
It would have been amazing, and he has those qualities, a skillful player.
Sofiane Boufal, he plays in Qatar for Al Rayyan. And Nasiri just departing a little from that very central attacking role, moving around a tad. Ziyech still on the left wing, and Sofiane Boufal on the right wing is Ziyech, Boufal on the left wing. Arthur Masuaku. Inonga. Bemba. Strokes it through to Bakambu, but good defending from Sace. Masuaku again. This is Sami Mutusami. Kakuta. Wissa. Definitely a free kick. Trying to press more on the DRC. Kakuta. Struggling to break down that Morocco defence. Unahi, Ziyech. Making it look very easy at times is Hakim Ziyech. Amrabat to Sace. Lots to talk about at half-time when we get there, which is still 7 minutes from now. With that penalty miss, super goal from Ashraf Hakimi from Hakim Ziyech's corner kick. And Bono still hasn't made a save because that penalty hit the post. Masuaku, Mutusami, Arthur Masuaku. They're trying to put a pass through to Bakambu, but the strategy's not really working. Mutusami. Bemba. And he wanted to pick out Bongonda, who was running from just over the halfway line on Wednesday in the opening game. Frustrating for the Leopards.
Frustrating indeed. Morocco's just dominated that midfield, where we'll find Piquel, Mutusami, Kakuta as well, always stringing those passes together. Kakuta, the playmaker, they can't locate him. They're trying to search for the top striker to play on the second ball.
CAF President Patrice Motsepe is here today, watching the action in San Pedro. The late game is in Congo, by the way. That's South Africa against Namibia, which promises to be a cracker. Before that, we've got Zambia against Tanzania. Here comes Bakambu. Bakambu missing the penalty at the AFCON finals. Something he didn't want on his record. Good captain is Sace. He's vocal, he's physical. I say he's on a yellow already from the first game, so he'd want to watch it a bit. Kakuta's going to take this one. Kakuta, high-ish. Bonu finally makes his first save of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. Well, I can't call that a save, actually. It was straightforward, wasn't it?
Yeah, easy pickings for Bono.
Gets a touch at least. What's your thoughts on the match ball? It's called the Poku, after Laurent Poku, the Ivorian legend who this stadium is named after. It can fly by the looks of it.
Yep, I think we've seen some great goals from long-range distance, some set pieces as well. It takes a lovely swerve for goalkeepers. I guess it's a nightmare, but I think it's an incredible sort of intentions behind it. The story as well is amazing, being named after the legend. The only man who scored 5 goals in a match. Incredible.
Laurent Poku, 5 goals in 1970 against Ethiopia. Will that ever be matched? That free kick for Bebe for Cape Verde showed how the ball can fly from a set piece.
Yeah.
Ziyech, still 4 more minutes of first half stoppage time to go. Opening 3-on-2. Good defending from Enonga. Very good defending. There's a cheer from the DRC fans. Piquel, Enonga, Chancel and Bemba. Sami Mutusami. Bongonda, he's not getting room. I think Chibi is making it difficult down that avenue on the right. It's a bit of a no-go zone, really, for Theo Bongonda. But now they press up. This is how they were playing against Zambia on Wednesday. Slowly moving into the opponent's half. Sami Mutusami. Kalulu, promising ball, Bakambu.
Great defensive work from the Moroccans. Internal distances are the same, denying those passages of spaces where DR Congo would like to play to string those balls in between. great cover. Rest defense from Amrabat has been absolutely phenomenal in that midfield.
Yeah, he has. Early days, but a good sign if your defense is solid. You need that to go far in a tournament. Lots of striking options for the DRC. There's Silas, who's highly rated. Also, there's Misha Gelia, very explosive winger. And then there's a Simon Banza, who came on as a sub late on in the first game, top scorer in Portugal. Ziyech dinks it over the top. Hakimi, well, Enonga is doing really well. Could have been taken off with that head injury, but he wanted to soldier on. And that's pretty brutal on Wissa and on Ziyech as well.
Yeah, tackles flying everywhere in that midfield. Wissa, bit of stats showing there as well, but he's lucky enough to get away with it.
He committed the foul and then was fouled himself into the final minute of the 11. Bakambu. Kuta was lurking. That was a great chance for the DRC. Wissa now. Overlap was coming from Utusami.
Good opportunity for DR Congo. Morocco thought they could get a foul from that. 50-50 ball. Bakambu just doing ever so well to regain ball possession, but another chance missed by DR Congo.
Frustrating first half, extremely, with the penalty miss. That is it. We go to half-time with Morocco, a goal to the good. Early goal, 6 minutes in from Achraf Hakimi with a superb volley, and 41 minutes, the penalty miss from Cedric Bakambu. It's a world-class goal from Hakimi, deserving their lead.
Deserving lead. Unfortunate for DR Congo to be caught out in that nature, but a second half beckons, and hopefully different tactics.
So here at the Laurent Parkou Stadium, half-time, Morocco 1, DR Congo 0.